The record-breaking U.S. aid package worth $3 billion will be used to purchase ammunition and defense systems, including combat drones. The United States of America is committed to supporting the Ukrainian people as they continue their struggle to defend their sovereignty. As part of this commitment, I am proud to announce our largest tranche of military aid to date. After 6 months of unjustified war, the Western world proves once again that the issue of defending Ukraine and enabling the expulsion of Russians from the occupied territories is in the interests of the United States.
We must continue to insist that Crimea is Ukraine, just as Donetsk and Luhansk are Ukraine, just as every other part of the country is Ukraine. That was our position in 2014. It's our position in 2022. We must keep raising the costs and international pressure on President Putin and his enablers until the rights of the Ukrainian people and their sovereign country are respected. And we must continue to provide humanitarian, security, and diplomatic support for Ukrainians bravely defending their rights.
During yesterday's summit of the Crimean Platform, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan declared that Crimea is part of Ukraine and that the country's territorial integrity is an element of global security. Turkey does not recognize the annexation of Crimea and has openly stated from day one that this step is illegal and unlawful. This is a position that has not only legal but also moral foundations. The return of Crimea to Ukraine, of which it is an inseparable part of, is essentially a requirement of international law. Such strong declarations by the countries of the broadly understood Western world mean that Ukraine may use not only diplomatic means to try to liberate Crimea. The Ukrainian state, especially now when it is invaded by Russia, has the right to extend its warfare also to the areas of the peninsula and use armed forces to regain control over these areas. Yesterday, President Andrzej Duda paid a visit to Kiev. This morning, during a press conference at the railway station in Przemyśl, he said that Ukraine still needs enormous military support. He said that although Ukrainians are refugees, they are welcomed in Polish homes as guests.
Dziękuję za to ogromnie, bo kiedy tam się jest,
Thank you very much for it, because when you are there, you understand why they took refuge with us. They need help very much. I am for it. I am very grateful to my people for giving their hearts, and I deeply believe that these hearts will change history. Since the beginning of the Russian invasion, Poles have been admitting Ukrainians to their homes. Support was provided not only in the country, but also through humanitarian transports to the fighting Ukraine. It is estimated that the value of the aid exceeded 10 billion zloty. Both informal groups and social organizations helped during this difficult period. On the one hand, by organizing food, organizing information at all those points where refugees reached. The Polish state provided support worth around 15 billion zloty, the most 7 billion zloty, for military support. We support Ukraine because this is our tradition. These are our beliefs, but also these are our interests. Russia's aggression, Russia's imperial policy is also a threat to Poland and all of Central and Eastern Europe. Another U.S. aid package to be delivered to Ukraine is also a dimension strengthening NATO's eastern flank, including Poland. Poland is a key country when it comes to supporting Ukraine and when it comes to the security of NATO's eastern flank and the whole of Europe. Hence, Deutsche Welle and many other German magazines say that Poland has had the strongest position for a long time, since the end of World War II. The United States is the undisputed leader in supporting Ukraine. The liabilities are worth nearly $10 billion. In Europe, on the other hand, the countries of Central and Eastern Europe showed the most solidarity.